Hey everybody, Mike here at Image Tutorials, and welcome back to a new modeling video. Well guys, as you can see in front of you, we are going to model a Roman sword. This is a request that I received from Kevin, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's get started with that. Okay, we're going to start with the handle of the sword. So for that, what we'll do is we'll take a polygon cylinder, and we'll pull that out. We'll raise that up a little bit. We're going to hit E, and we're going to rotate that over 90 degrees. Okay, let's make that minus 90. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our reference image, right? And we're going to hit E, and we're going to rotate that somewhat until we are approximately level with our example. So I'm going to hit F to zoom in. We're going to hit W. We're going to move that up, move that in. I'm going to turn on my X-ray, and we're going to hit E, and we're going to rotate that until we are close to level. All right? All right, cool. Then we're going to select this guy, and we're going to go to polycylinder 1. We're going to set the caps to 0. There we go. Subdivisions 20, that's about right. Okay, and let's get started. We're going to select it. We're going to pull it over to this end. Hit R, scale it down. Let's focus on this section on the left here to about there. We're going to right click at our vertex. We're going to drag select, and we're going to bring that in. And actually what we'll do is we'll take the whole thing and move it over there. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to Mesh Tools, enter the Edge Loop Tool option box, single edge, and we'll add one right there. We're going to hit Q on our keyboard, right click vertex, drag select these, hit W, and bring that over. Okay. And actually what we can do here is we'll take it over here. We'll hit R, we'll scale it down until we roughly have the line that we're looking for. And then we're going to go back to Mesh Tools, enter the Edge Loop, and we're going to add one there and there, there and there. Oh, we'll get rid of that last one. It's all right. We're going to Q on our keyboard, right click face, and we're going to select these face rows. And we're going to go to Edit Mesh and Extrude Under Face. Okay. We're going to tweak the thickness a little bit. That's too much. Let's do 0.05 to start with. Maybe even a bit less. 0.03. That looks better. Okay, which gives us this. And as you can see, these sections in between, they're kind of sloped inwards, if you will. So we're going to go to Edit Mesh, Mesh Tools, enter the Edge Loop Tool option box, multiple, and we'll do 3. We'll add 3 there, 3 there, 3 there, and 3 there. Q on our keyboard. We're going to right click, go to Edge. I'm going to go back to this view here. And we're going to select all these edges. We're going to hit R. And let's bring them in just slightly. And then push them back out to keep them centered. That should be about right. Okay. And now, because we're going to smooth this guy out, we're going to have to add some edge loops. So we're going to go back to enter the Edge Loop Tool option box, and we'll do single. Switch back to this view. I'll do one there, one there, And we're just going to do that to hold those shapes. All right, we're going to Q on our keyboard. Going to go back to perspective view, right click object mode and hit 3 to smooth out, which gives us this. That's fine. Okay, select it, hit 1 to go back. Now we're going to deal with this guy. So we're going to create a sphere. And actually, before we do that, we're going to do hit Q, object mode, hit 1. There we go. We're going to right click at a face, take that face and delete it. And now we can create our sphere. Okay, we're going to hit E. Oop, wrong handle. Let's rotate that guy. Hit Control A for our attribute editor. Let's rotate that -90. And in our Polysphere 1 tab, 20 by 20 seems fine. Maybe a bit more. We'll do 30 by 30. Okay. We're going to go to our top view, F to zoom in, W to bring down, and F to zoom in again. 4 for wireframe mode, so we can kind of get this guy centered, like so. We're going to go to this view, and we're going to bring it up and out. F to zoom in, bring it up a bit more. As you can see, it's kind of stretched out, so we're going to hit R, and we're going to do the same. And W to bring that in a little. That seems like a good fit. And now we have a section cutting into our handle here. So we're going to right click at a face on this guy. Hang on. Come on. Object mode, right click face. And we will drag select this and hit delete. Let's see what we got here. And we'll just check it from the various angles to make sure that we're good. Right click object mode. There we go. Good from that view. Hit 4 on this. This looks a little bit off, to be honest. So we're going to hit the plus key to extend our arms. So we can move that into position. That looks better. All right, that looks okay. Then we're going to create another sphere. Again, I'm going to hit minus to bring that back in. Let's rotate that. Let's just make sure that we are at -90. We're going to hit W. We're going to bring that up. Hit 4 for wireframe mode so we can see what's going on. That looks level. So we're going to align it from this end. And as you can see, overall, it needs to be a bit bigger. So we're going to hit R. We're going to scale it up a little bit. Okay, that needs some tweaking. So we're going to go back one step to about there. We're going to right click at a face, drag select this section, delete it, drag select this section. That's maybe a bit too much. We'll do this part right there, hit delete, and then we're going to right click at a vertex, and I'm going to take these vertices, hit our scale out, hit our scale out, these we're going to scale in, and that should bring us pretty close to where we need to be. Okay, you can see that it's not centered from all views yet. So let's go to our top view, object mode, and W to move up. And there we go. And then we're going to go in here, we're going to right click at an edge, double click on that edge. We're going to go back here. We're going to hit W, we're going to move that in a little bit. And then select this guy as well. To about there, that's fine. Right click face, select that face row, edit mesh, extrude, 0.3, whoa, 0.03, that's a bit better. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in, right click edge, double click on these two edges, hit R, and scale them in like so. All right. We're going to right click at object mode. We're going to hit 3 to smooth it out. As you can see, we need to add an edge loop to maintain that shape. So 1 to go back, mesh tools, insert edge loop tool. We'll do 1 there and 1 right there. Hit Q on your keyboard, right click object mode, hit 3 to smooth out. That looks better. Okay, not quite there yet. Hit 1 to go back. We're going to right click at an edge, select that edge all the way around, and go to mesh and fill hole to close that up. All right, right click object mode, 3 to smooth. All right, good. Now let's look at our top section here. Okay, for that, we're going to take a polygon cylinder. We're going to bring that up. We're going to do, let's say, 5 in height. We're going to rotate it. Minus 90 degrees. We're going to go to this view. Hit W, move it over. F to zoom in. R to scale down. And F to zoom in again. Hit W and start to move that in. And that's where we want it to be centered. As you can see, it's still a bit big, so we're going to scale that down. And at this point, we're going to focus on our model and not on the reference for positioning, like that. Okay, now we're going to remodel this guy a little bit, and we'll do that from this view. I'll hit 5 for shaded mode. We're going to right click at a vertex. We're going to start to grab these, hit R, scale it in a bit, scale it in a bit, scale some more, and some more. There we go. And now we're going to right click at an edge, take that edge, go to this view and hit W. And just make sure that it's sitting okay. All right, so don't have any gaps there. That's fine. Okay, so next we have these little guys here. Okay, now as far as spacing is concerned, What we'll do is we'll use this guy, right-click Object Mode, Control D to duplicate, W to move in and up, E to rotate to 0. We're going to go to this view and we're going to kind of see if we're in the right position. That looks about right. Hit R to scale it down a bit. 4 for wireframe mode so we can see what's going on. I'm going to hit W to bring that down. Okay. So from this point of view, we should be centered. There we go. What we're going to do next is we're going to hit Control D to duplicate. Pull that straight down. Hit E to flip it over to 180 degrees. Let's go down here. Hit W and bring that up until we are right there. And then we're going to shift select both. Mesh. Where do you go? Mesh combine. Modify center pivot. We're going to hit F to zoom in. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate. E to rotate to -90. Control D to duplicate. And that would be -135, which is 90 and 45, obviously. And we'll do Control D once again. And that would be 180 and 45, -225. Okay, so we got that. And we've got a similar deal going on down here. So we're going to hit Control D to duplicate that guy. We're going to move it over. We're going to move it up. I'm going to go to this view. Have to zoom in. Not quite sure. Okay. These are obviously combined, so mesh separate. Then delete that one. We'll take this guy and just trying to see if that's the best one to copy. Actually, it's not. We'll delete that one. We'll take this one. Control D. Mesh separate. Take the one down there. Delete it. Take the one up here. Move it out and move it up. Modify center pivot. Let's check from this view. That would be about here. Have to zoom in. Now, as you can see, this is at an angle. Okay, so we're gonna right click, go to, let's do edge. We're gonna hit E and we're gonna rotate to fit. And W and bring down. There we go. Right click object mode. Control D to duplicate. Pull it down. Hit E and flip it over. -180. And W and bring that up. There we go. We're going to shift select both. We're going to go to mesh combine, modify center pivot. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate. Let's do 90 degrees. Control D to duplicate again. And 135. And Control D once again. 225. Okay, so we got all that, and let's focus on our blade. Okay, so for that, we're gonna take our image, we're gonna rotate that around, and we're gonna position that to a point. Hit W to bring up, that our handle is somewhat, hit R to scale up, somewhat equal to our model. That is pretty close. All right, which tells us roughly where we need to be with our sword. Okay, we're going to take a Polygon Cube, give that some height, hit E, flip it over, actually flip it over and flip it over. So that's minus 90 and 90. There we go. We're going to hit W. We're going to bring that in from our top view. I have to zoom in. Let's get this guy like so. All right. Then from this view, 5 for shaded mode. Let's bring that up. Hit R, push it in. Have to zoom in. Push it down some more. Looks about right. Right click vertex. Drag click these two. Hit W, pull it out to about there. Have to zoom in. And our sword is not 100% level in our reference image, but that's fine. We're going to hit R and we're going to push these two together like so. All right. And then we're going to right click on a face, edit mesh, extrude, hit W and pull out to about there. We're going to right click on a vertex. We're going to take these two. We're going to hit R and we're going to push them in. And a bit more than that. That's pretty close. Okay. Not quite there yet. What we're going to do next is we are going to go to Mesh Tool, Insert Edge Loop Tool, Option Box, Multiple, and we'll do 3. And there we go. And then we're going to move in. And we're going to right click, go to Edge. And we're going to take all of these edges. We're going to hit R and we're going to push them in. To about there. Need to fix our point a little bit. right click vertex, drag select. Okay. And let's just check our reference model, and then we're going to right click, go to edge, select that one and that one, that's fine. And we're going to pull that out a bit. Now I want a fairly clean line for that. So I'm just thinking how we can give that a bit of an accent. Let's see how this looks. Object mode. Okay, I want a bit more than that. All right. So what I'm going to do is right click edge, double click, edit mesh and bevel, which should give me a face to select. And a face at this end. Right click object mode. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. So that's our sword. Now let's get some texture on this. Okay. I want to have these elements, so right click face, all of that. Assign new material. Come on. And we'll do a MIA material X. Just going into my material tab, presets, chrome, replace, and color wise, I'll just bring that down just a little. Okay. Then we'll take these guys, right click object mode, 1, 2, 3, 4. We should now have all of them. Okay. Assign existing material. We'll take our MIA material. We're going to do the same over here. I should now have all of them. And this guy, existing material and the MIA. There we go. We're going to take these rings. Right click face. Select that. Shift period and shift period. Right click, assign existing material, MIA. Shift period, existing material, MIA. And I'll do the same with the other three and be back in a sec. All right, so we got that all set up for Chrome, that's fine. Our blade, of course, right click, assign new material, MIA, Chrome. And I'm not going to change the preset on that one. I want it to be a little bit more bright, if you will. Okay. Then we're going to go to this guy. We're going to right click, go to face. Shift period. That looks all right. We're going to go to create UVs and I'm going to try automatic mapping. Let's see what we get. Edit UVs. UV texture editor. The system is lagging a little bit, but here we go. So these are the elements up here. Let's see. I'm going to right click, go to shell, take this guy, hit W, move it over. And let's see if we can connect these pieces. Okay, right click edge, select that edge, and that's the corresponding edge down there. So we're going to go to move and sew. These two are now connected down here. That's not necessarily what I was looking for, so I'm going to hit Control Z, and just going to pull this guy up so I can see what's going on. So right click shell once again. You can see that we have this section down here. Okay, so I want to connect at that end, this guy, right? So let's see, right click edge, we'll select this guy, and I'm trying to find the corresponding edge. We'll try that one. Let's see. That's not it either. Right click shell, there we go. And let's see, it's flaring out on those ends, so it should connect on these ends. Okay, so right click edge, this guy. Right click shell, move that one out. That one is connected in a way that I don't want. Oh, and I see why. Okay. Just go back a few steps, guys. Sorry about that. I found the reason for our problem. If I select this edge, face, that's fine. This one is fine. This one is connected to that edge over there, so I want to cut that one, okay? So I'm going to go to Edit UV, UV Texture Editor. We're going to move that shell and move that up, okay? And we're going to zoom in to this edge right here. So right-click edge, that one, okay? And we're going to go and find our scissors, and we're going to disconnect that one. So now if I right-click, go to shell, I should be able to move that if it cut correctly, and apparently it didn't. Right-click edge once again. We got that edge. Separate the UV, there we go. And this edge, that should be it, and it is. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So now our problem should be fixed, okay? We're gonna right click at the edge, and I'm gonna select that one. And let's see if we can connect that. Move and sew. And now it's giving me another problem, okay? Now, I don't want to bail on this video, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the video, sort out what the issue is, and I'll be back with you guys in a sec, okay? All right, guys. Okay, so these guys are textured with a normal shader, and I'm not going to use this in a game or anything like that, so I don't need to create color maps or normal maps. So I'm going to focus on UVing the handle, this section here. So what I'll do is I'll do this one. Right click face. Come on. There we go. And hit shift period. There we go. So I specifically want to UV that section. Okay, so I got them selected. Create UVs automatic mapping. All right. We're going to go to edit UVs, UV texture editor. And you can see that the orange sections in here, that is my shell or the pieces of my shell. Okay. So I'm going to hit W and I'm going to move that over. Okay. And let's just see what we got here. All right, so if I right click, go to edge, and I select this edge right there, I can see that that is this edge right there, okay? And I want to connect it to its brother, if you will, right? And you can see that the one down here is also orange. So I'm going to connect these two together, and I'm going to continue on doing that. I'm going to select this edge and find out which one that is. Okay, so that's connected to that section there. So this orange one is connected to this one down here. Move and sew. And we'll do one more. Right click edge, this guy, connected to that one. Move and sew, right? So that is now all clean. We can go back and I can right click, go to face, select these, hit shift period, right click, assign new material. I'm going to go with let's do a Lambert. Okay. I'm going to go into my material tab, hit my checker box. Like I said, the system is lagging a little bit. There we go. We're going to select File, Folder, Desktop, and let's see, I call this Tainted Leather. I'm going to hit my texture box here. All right. That's nice. Okay. So I'm going to do the other 3 sections in the same way, and I'll get back to you once I have that done. All right. See you in a sec. All right, guys. So I have my chrome material applied to the rings. I have my texture applied to the leather section. These guys are all chrome. My blade's okay. Now I need to apply a wood texture to these guys. Okay. So we're going to go up to create UVs. We'll try automatic mapping. Let's see what that will bring us. Go to edit UVs, UV texture editor. Okay, we need to do some stitching there, which is always tricky, but let's see if we can try a cylindrical instead. We'll do, spherical. We'll do that. Edit UVs, UV texture editor. That's actually not too bad. That will save us a lot of work. Okay. So we're going to right click, assign new material. Let's make sure we're in object mode. Assign new material. Let's do a blend. We'll go to our checkered box, select File, Folder, and I call that file, let's see, that's not bad. I had another one, but I actually like this one a lot. So let's see what that will do. That's actually pretty cool. All right. Now our original one is fairly dark as well, so it's not bad. We'll take this guy, and obviously we don't need the entire thing, so we're going to right click at a face. We're going to select that. We're going to hit shift period to expand that selection. That worked out fine. Create UVs. We'll do spherical mapping once again. And then we'll select these faces, shift period, right click, assign new material. Again, blend, checkered file, folder, and we'll do that walnut burl once again, which is all right. Okay, let's set this up for rendering. Let's get rid of our original. I'm going to select the whole sword. I'm going to Control G to group. Let's make sure that this guy is sitting on our grid line. Go to Modify, Center Pivot, Edit, Delete by Type, History, and Modify Freeze Transformations. There we go. Let's see, we want it to lie on the ground, if you will. So we're going to hit E, and we're going to rotate that over 90 degrees. And then we're going to hit E, and we're going to pivot that a bit back. Hit W, bring it down. Hit E, kind of level that out, and hit W and bring it up very, very slightly. Okay. So that's our, that's our sword. There we go. We're going to create a ground plane. We're going to scale it out quite a bit. Right click face, right click assign new material. Let's do a Fong E, and let's make that black. Why not? We're going to go to create lights. We'll do a point light. Hit W, bring that up. Hit 7 on our keyboard so you can see the actual light. Now we're going to need a bit more light than that, so we're going to Control D to duplicate. Pull one over here, pull that up a little bit, and we'll do one more Control D to duplicate. And just bring that up, and we'll lower the intensity on that one. Let's do 0.4. Okay, we're going to go to our resolution gate, find an angle that will suit us. Let's see. Yeah, maybe this. Try and get that fitted into the corner like so. Then we're going to go to View, we're going to go to Bookmark, Edit Bookmark, and I'll just call it Sword and Apply, Close. We're going to go to our render settings, and please don't freeze. After all, it is Maya. So there we go, Mental Ray. We're going to go to our Quality tab. Let's set that to about 1.5. Common tab, we're going to set our image size to HD 1080. Indirect lighting, set up global illumination, image-based lighting. That's about it. We're going to select an HDRI image. I'm going to go to Documents, Maya, HDRI, and I have a file called Arches, which is pretty cool. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause the video, hit the render button, and see you guys in a sec. All right, well, there you have it. There's our Roman sword. Turned out okay, I think, considering the time we spent on it. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful for you guys. I'd like you guys to come up with your own creative objects, and if you want to share them, check out my Facebook page, MA Tutorials. And that said, thank you very much for watching this video. I'd love to see you guys again.